Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. It has been way too long. So I figured I would catch up with you guys while I paint my nails. I already prepped them before I went to bed last night, and I'm now just getting around to painting them today. I am going to do the gel. I just unplugged that. I have my gel lamp sitting here, and I'm trying to decide what color I want to go with, but I figured we could just chat while I paint my nails, since it has been eternity since I have been uploading consistently, since I've sat down and chatted with you guys, since you've known literally anything going on in my life. So that is what we're going to do today. If you are interested in learning how to do your own at-home manicure, I can link that video up in the cards for you. I did a full video walking you through step by step, and if you're just interested in learning how to do like a regular manicure, I can link that video up here as well. I love doing my nails, or I should say I love having my nails done, and I always do them myself. I've been doing them myself for years and years and years, so I've gotten pretty good at it. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do today. I've got Christmas jammies on. I actually think I'm gonna back you up. I don't know if I'll be able to get it so that you can see what I'm doing and hear me and like hang out with me. Let's see. Okay, I tried messing with it, and I just don't think it's gonna work out to be able to show you both my face so that we can hang out and talk, and also my table where I'm doing everything. So hopefully this setup is okay with you. I will show you the end result, but this is where I'm starting right now. I filed them down last night, so they are ready to go on that front, and I am using the Madame Glam base coat and top coat. I also feel weird that I'm going to be not looking at you while we're chatting, but I do need to look at my nails so that I can do a good job. Anyway, where have I been? I have been gone for a long time, and it was not intentional, and I don't even know what to say about it. I've just had a lot of stuff going on. So, and not in a bad way, but I kind of feel like since becoming a mom, I feel like I don't know who I was before I was a mom, and like the content that I was putting out, I just don't really relate to anymore. And I realized that and I think I mentioned this in one of my past couple of videos, that I was keeping everything so separated between my business of SB and then my like Sarah Brithinee social media stuff, that it was like two completely separated businesses that really had very minimal overlap, which is just hard to maintain anyway. It's like no matter what, I was putting more effort into one of them and less effort into the other one, which of course means that one is doing better than the other one all the time. And then becoming a mom, my priorities changed, and I wanted to spend a lot more time with Theo. So just to give you a little bit of insight, before I had Theo, I worked all the time, like all day, all night, weekends, never took a day off. I was putting in an obscene amount of hours into my businesses, which was fine because I love my job. But then I had Theo, and I was not expecting what happened to me when I had him. Like I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not the all-encompassing feeling of just love for this human and not wanting to be away from him and just wanting to spend like every second of every day with him. Before I had him, I couldn't even imagine taking a month off of work, and now, like once I had him, I had no desire to go back to work at all, which now that's not true. I certainly have been enjoying being back in work, but yeah, at first it was just, I had no desire. So I think I just wasn't, I guess, prepared for what motherhood would do to me mentally, and also just how it would like change me as a human. And it's been really difficult to navigate as somebody who puts their life out there and creates a certain kind of content for the internet, because obviously I know a lot of you follow me for a reason, and I've had this conversation before, like when I got pregnant, and there were a lot of people who didn't want to see any pregnancy content, but that was what was going on in my life, and so of course I was sharing it, and I got a lot of people who unsubscribed from me when I got pregnant because they just weren't in that part of their life and they weren't interested in it, which I totally get. But it puts a lot of pressure on like where you're at in your life and what you can share and what people will watch. And when that dictates your job, it's a lot of pressure. Anyway, that entire ramble to say that once I got back into actually wanting to work again, SB just needed a lot of my attention. And so I was giving my attention to SB instead of giving it to YouTube because I just felt stuck in YouTube and I didn't know what to post or what I wanted to post or what I should post or what you were interested in listening and watching. And it was just a lot of unnecessary pressure that I put on myself about the content that I was putting out there. So I kind of decided that instead of trying to fit into a certain box, it's just not how I am as a person. I am going to try to make my life simpler and post more of what is actually going on. So instead of just hiding SB all the time, I'm going to talk about SB and do like day in my life in the studio or whatever that is, which I think I already said in another video that I was going to start doing that, and I want to. I felt like I needed to have a little chat with you guys first. And so this is that chat. But I think that kind of combining my life more will make it easier for me to be able to put out more content and also be getting stuff done for SB while I'm creating content, because that was the hardest thing. I would have things that I would need to get done, and if I'm not filming them, then it's really hard to find time to film separately about different topics and like plan those videos out while also trying to plan and get things done for a completely separate business. So that's kind of the YouTube side of things. I definitely want to be back on here more, and I'm actually in the process of, I shouldn't even say I'm in the process, I'm in the very beginning stage of hiring someone full-time, which I have not had any full-time help yet for SB, and so it is time. There's a lot of stuff in the works right now, and I'm really, really excited about it. So yeah, I'm going to be hiring somebody full-time, which is really exciting. And I think that when that person has all of the things that I want them to do and it's off of me, I'm going to have a lot more time to be able to create content, which I am so excited about. I'm going to take you along for that whole process. It's the first time for SB that I will have hired someone full-time. If you are new here, I did run another business years ago, and so I've hired and fired and done all the things for that business, but I have not hired somebody for SB before, like full-time. I've hired contractors. Also, on that same token, I did hire 2 more people for SB who are part-time, so I now have 3 people working for me part-time, and then I've kind of roped my mom into working for me sometimes because I'm so busy that I just need all the help that I can get. And I guess continuing on this like career chat, we did start doing permanent jewelry, which if you've seen my last couple of videos, you already know, but that has also taken up so much of my time. I already had SB for 5 years. I knew how to make jewelry, and I didn't see anyone in Michigan doing permanent jewelry. And so I decided to take the plunge and add it on to our jewelry business. And it has been insanity. It's Tuesday today, and we did events Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this past week. It's absolute madness, but like in the best way possible. And I also actually created a course on starting your own permanent jewelry business if that was something that you were interested in doing. And that course, creating it, was crazy. I think I have like 25 or 27 video lessons that I had to film, edit, and upload. So I feel like I've been filming things, but I have not been filming things for YouTube. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to do 1 more coat or if the 2 coats is fine. I think the 2 coats is fine. There's just a couple spots where I can like see the streaks, and I'm wondering if that's gonna bother me, and knowing myself it is. So I'm just gonna do a 3rd because we're here and we're chatting anyway. So that is kind of all of the career updates. Anyway, hopefully in the very near future, I will be able to be uploading on a more regular basis. But again, I just don't want to be the person who says that and then isn't uploading regularly. But I do have a lot of videos that I want to do, and a lot of them will have to do with permanent jewelry. So, or just about SB in general, like running my business. If those aren't interesting to you, I totally get it. And there will be other things. Like I still want to share my favorites. I'm going to share some holiday stuff. It's gonna be so fun picking out our Christmas tree and stuff with Theo this year. Like, I still want to share all of that stuff. I just watched a video by Raw Beauty Christie that she posted last night. And it's so funny because I was already planning on sitting down to film today, and watching her video, I was like, wow, that is exactly how I feel. She talks about how, you know, you've put yourself in a box on the internet, and then you don't know how to function as your new self if you're in that box. Like, it just doesn't work. And then you put pressure on yourself, and then you just don't take any action because you don't know what to do, and like, you don't want to disappoint people, and it's just this whole thing. But anyway, I'm hoping that now that we're having this conversation, I will be able to make a lot more videos and share a lot more content. And once I have this full-time hired and trained, that it will free up a lot more of my time in general. Okay, so that's basically everything on the career front. I just changed the light. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I don't film in here a lot. I'm sitting in my dining room. This I emptied out yesterday. It was in my office, and I got different shelves in there. Anyway, hopefully the lighting is okay. I'm just doing my top coat right now, and then we'll be able to cure it. On a different note, Theo is just thriving. He's the best. He is about to be 18 months old. He's going to be a year and a half in December, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. I feel like I haven't shared about anything, so I obviously haven't shared about him. I owe you guys a little Theo update, which maybe I'll do like an 18-month update soon. But he just is changing and growing so fast. Literally no one could have warned me for how amazing, but also like how sad and bittersweet motherhood is. It's the best, but it's also so sad that every stage is so fun, but saying bye to the last stage is also heartbreaking. So it's crazy how he is like a full human now, and he understands what we're saying and responds. He's not verbal yet, but he does sign some things and he understands things. He can get across what he wants with no issues whatsoever. He's just not actually saying words yet. He is thriving in life, and he's just the best. My mom actually is watching him today so that I can get work done. And every time he's away, I miss him so much. I don't feel like I always need to be away from him, which I don't think that most people feel like they need to be away from their kids, but I think a lot of people really like to get away and have time, which I totally understand. And the older that he gets, I think the more okay with being away from him, like during the day so that I can get work done, I'm more okay with it now. But I still get sad and I still miss him because I just love him so much. But it does feel good to kind of feel like a little bit more of myself again, like in pertaining to wanting to actually work and have my own career back. So that's an interesting transition. Motherhood in general is just, it's an interesting thing. And then I guess in other news, we were supposed to do our big wedding in June because we had to postpone because of COVID, but we ended up canceling it because it just seemed silly to do it after we already had Theo, and I don't know, it just felt like there was no point to spending all that money, so we just said goodbye to our deposits and moved along our merry way. But we hadn't gone on like the honeymoon that we had wanted to go on, and we planned on doing that after our June wedding, and the summer just got away from us. So we did actually take our honeymoon last month. We went to Italy for a week, which was amazing. We went to the Amalfi Coast and we stayed in 3 different places. I actually vlogged the entire thing. I just need to find time to edit it. So hopefully that video will be up soon, but we had such a good time, and yeah, it was amazing. So that was our by far longest time away from Theo. The longest it had been before that was 2 nights. So this was definitely a much longer time, and it was really hard for me to be away from him, but we did FaceTime every day. He was totally fine, which gave me some peace of mind about it, but yeah, that is kind of like the newest update on like our lives, I guess. We don't have any other trips planned at the moment, but I think we do want to take a little family vacation. Probably when it's like really cold here and we want to get away. I think we might do a little warm weather vacation. We want to take advantage of Theo being able to fly free before he turns 2. So I think that we might, I don't know, go to the Caribbean or like the Bahamas, or I don't know, somewhere tropical, but that's not super, super far away. So we will see where we end up going. We need to just look into it and actually book something, because we are the king and queen of procrastinating booking vacations. And we booked our Italy trip like 3 weeks before we went, and the accommodations were like slim pickings. So I think, especially with how many people are traveling again, we need to be a little more proactive on booking that. But Theo and I are going on our first flight alone together in a few weeks to visit. One of my best friends had her 4th baby, and we're gonna go meet him, which I'm super excited about. He's only been on 1 flight, and it was quite a while ago. So hopefully he, I don't know, has fun. I'm just gonna pack lots of snacks, and it's only like an hour and 20-minute flight or something like that. So it's a super short flight, but yeah, hopefully he will do well on it. I'm sure that he's gonna have a blast being there with her kids though, so that should be fun. I'm also just gonna put this out here right now, which I'm sure it's obvious at this point, but I am not going to do Vlogmas this year. I wish that it was in my capacity to do it, but it is not currently. So I'm not even gonna try to like pretend to put that pressure on myself. I will do it again at some point when it makes sense. Maybe next year I'll be able to do it, but this year it's just not going to be able to happen. I have so much going on. And actually December 1st, if you are in the area, if you are in Metro Detroit, we are doing the Plymouth Christmas show, which is the Mistletoe Market in Plymouth on December 1st. December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we will be in Birmingham at the Christmas market. So we are the first 4 days of December, I will be all day long at these Christmas shows. So yeah, because of that, I just don't see being able to come home after like 12-hour days and edit videos, and also to film while I'm busy at the show. So hopefully I'll be able to film some of it and like vlog some of maybe like the booth setup or who knows what. I don't imagine that I will have the time to be filming like a full Vlogmas video in the middle of doing Christmas shows and working at markets. So that is the situation with that. I'm sure that that will be disappointing. Although now I can't remember if I did Vlogmas last year or not. I think I did, but maybe I just didn't finish it. I have no idea. Anyway, I do want to vlog a lot just because selfishly it's super fun to be able to look back on all of the footage that you have of your little ones. So I definitely want to vlog some. I just don't know what that'll look like. All right, I just finished painting, so I guess I'm going to end this video here. Hopefully you enjoyed just hanging out and chatting with me. I know that this video had like no point or direction whatsoever, but I just wanted to say hi. I miss you guys. I miss hanging out. I miss posting content, and hopefully I will be able to be more regular on here, but I don't want to be the person who's like, I'm back and then isn't back. I do have some videos planned. I did film a day in my life like over a month ago that I haven't posted. So, and I have it almost done being edited, so there's just no excuse. So I'm going to finish editing that and get it up, but it was good to at least sit down and chat for once, and I will see you very soon. And I almost just forgot to show you my nail color. Here is what it looks like. It's CND in the shade Dark Lava.